Born in 2004, Galliano Stroy was a 10-year-old gymnast and bodybuilder. He's the world's strongest boy, breaking many world records, from muscle-ups to handstand push-ups. Four-year-old Lacey was born without arms. It was a mystery for doctors on why she was born this way. Even though she has no arms, this incredible and independent girl is able to perform daily tasks using only her feet. From eating to getting dressed is all done by using just her feet. Charlotte Garside is the world's smallest girl, who is only 68 centimeters tall and weighs only 9 pounds. Her mother was told by doctors that she might die before she turns 1 year old. Charlotte proved how incorrect doctors were, as she lives to be 5 years old today. A 4-year-old boy in India has the world's biggest foot, weighing 12 pounds. After being seen by hundreds of doctors, no one had an explanation, let alone a cure for the boy's foot. Currently, the condition is not life-threatening, but others have suggested to amputate the foot. The world's youngest mother gave birth at the age of 5. Medical history revealed that she had regular periods at the age of 3. She had pituitary hormone disorder, causing her to have earlier periods. The father of the child is unknown, and she raised the baby as her younger brother. An 8-year-old Chinese boy from eastern China suffers from a rare skin disease. The boy has thick, dry, scaly skin that is incurable. Not only does the skin disease cause severe itching and pain, it also affects his ability to move and sweat. One-year-old Kang from China had an unborn twin removed from her stomach. The second fetus was never fully developed, but it kept growing within her. This rare condition affects about 1.5 million births. The fattest 9-year-old from Russia weighs up to 324 pounds and only stands 5 feet 2 inches tall. Doctors have warned the mother about her child's health risk, but she refuses to believe that her child is unhealthy. Layla from Iran is known to be one of the youngest girls that gave birth to twins. Layla was prostituted by her own mother. What's even more shocking was that some of the paying customers were her family members. Layla's first pregnancy was at the age of 9, and at the age of 14, she had given birth to twins. A 5-year-old boy and girl were both caught naked in the bathroom. From observation, parents and teachers concluded that the kids were being sexually active. So who's to blame? Well, they decided to point the finger at the kindergarten teacher. The teacher was suspended due to her failure on supervising the children. We're not sure how the kids ended up naked, but did the 5-year-olds really understand what they were doing? Tessa Evans was born with a rare medical condition called Aurinia, meaning she was born without a nose. The condition is so rare that there are only 47 cases reported in medical history of similar health disorders. Fortunately, the 2-year-old girl is going through surgery and other procedures to help build her new nose. That being said, Tessa will be the first person ever to have a special nasal implantation. Eight-year-old Kaleem from India has a rare undiagnosed medical disorder that caused his hand to grow extremely large. Each of his hands measure over 13 inches long and weighs over 8 kilograms. The hands are so enormous on his body that simple daily tasks becomes a daunting obstacle. His disproportionate body has made it a constant struggle from eating a meal to getting dressed. Three-year-old Misael from Brazil was diagnosed with Prader-Willi syndrome, meaning he's an eating machine and he won't stop. He was born at a healthy weight of 6 pounds and 6 ounces. But every month since then, the young boy added on 6 pounds. He currently weighs 150 pounds at the age of 3 and he has a hard time with walking. There's no cure for PWS, but there are treatments that are supposed to work. Unfortunately, the treatments did not seem to help the young boy. With no cure and failed treatments, the parents are desperately trying to manage the boy's food intake and hope to find an answer soon. Six-year-old Didier suffered from congenital melanocytic nevus. He was labeled as the turtle boy. This rare condition caused a mole or birthmark to grow way out of proportion. The birthmark weighed about 20% of the boy's body weight. Luckily, the gigantic mole was successfully removed by a team of surgeons. Nine-year-old Kristina Pemenova is a young successful model and has been dubbed the most beautiful girl in her age group. However, people have criticized that some of her photos are very provocative, which could potentially attract predators. Kristina's mother was scrutinized because she posted photos over the internet that deemed too sexual. Should people police each other, or is it okay to post these types of pictures? An 8-year-old girl from Uganda was disfigured by a gigantic tumor on the right side of her face. Doctors were able to successfully remove the tumor, but if it had continued to grow, the tumor would have suffocated the young girl to death. An Australian woman gave birth to an incredible conjoined twin that has only one body. The babies were born with a rare condition known as diprosopus. The conjoined twin shares the same vital organs and body, but their brain and faces are linked by one brainstem. This condition is so rare that only 35 cases have ever been recorded in medical history. Little girl Connie Lloyd was born with a benign tumor that grew and covered her nose. Even though doctors told the mother the condition could not be cured, she didn't give up on finding a solution. She was able to find an excellent surgeon who was able to remove the growth from the nose. After the surgery, there was only a small red scar. A little boy named An Q was born with an astonishing condition that left the doctor stunned. The young boy has a large birthmark that covers part of his face. As An Q grew bigger, so did a hair on the birthmark area. The condition is undiagnosed and the young boy feels out of place, especially when other kids are making fun of him. Luckily, An Q was offered free treatment to remove the birthmark hair soon. Milagros Aaron is a Peruvian girl born with both of her legs bound together. It is a rare condition known as mermaid syndrome, which occurs in 1 out of 70,000 births. The surgical team was able to separate her legs, which has allowed her to have a normal and healthy life.